Hi, my name is Mukisa, and I'm so glad to be able to share something here on Vine Talks as we go through this COVID season and as we start focusing on what's going to happen after the lockdown is over. And my focus today is on personal finance. Personal finances, the money that pertains to you as an individual. We all know by now that money is important. It's only those who are either being hypocritical or who are lacking wisdom who say money is not important, because money is important. This season has proved more than ever before that money is important. So what are you going to do after the lockdown? What are you going to do post-COVID season as far as your money is concerned? Your money, yours. And I want to propose to you what I call the fundamentals of finance. Why am I talking about fundamentals? Many of you are fans of football. You like to watch football. When you watch the Premier League or the Champions League, when you watch the classical Real Madrid versus Barcelona, all of those, the rules that govern football when you're watching those guys playing, the Ronaldos and Messis of this world, are the same rules that govern football when you're watching your village team playing back at home in the village. When you go for Christmas and your village team goes to play against the team of the next village, the rules are the same. You're using the same things. There's goalposts, there's a field, there's the circle in the middle, there's a penalty area, there's offside. The systems are the same. Defense, midfield, attack, wingers. There's a goalkeeper on each team. But the guys down in your village are not being paid anything to play. In fact, they probably have to beg the coach to play. What's the difference between the football in your village and the football at Barcelona and Manchester United? The difference is that those players, the professionals, are masters of the fundamentals. They are masters of the fundamentals. They've mastered the fundamentals of football. The fundamentals of football are the same, whether in your village or in the Premier League. The fundamentals are the same. The systems are the same. The rules are the same. Dribbling is the same. Scoring is the same. Defending is the same. Tackling is the same. Goalkeeping is the same. The difference between the professionals, the guys who make it big, and the guys who never make it is that one category are masters of the fundamentals, and one category is not. So, likewise, if you are going to succeed, because I don't want us to behave as if this lockdown will never end. Don't think that this is how life is going to be for the rest of eternity. No, things are going to change. You're going to go back to a job or some sort of work. You're going to go back to trying to manage your money. Now, what's going to differentiate you from your friends going forward is your mastery of the fundamentals. What are the fundamentals? I have what I call the 4 fundamentals of personal finance. Fundamental 1 is income. Fundamental 2 is savings. And this is in our context, because I know many of you read American books and they don't talk about savings because over there they've borrowed several years into the future. Fundamental 3 is assets. And then fundamental 4 is cash flow. So I'm going to go through the fundamentals again so that you understand how they are related. Briefly, and then I'll go through the details of each fundamental. So first of all, you need an income. How do you make income? You solve problems. Entrepreneurs are people who solve problems for profit. You shall be rewarded according to the value you bring to the market. Income is simply a result of solving problems. Income is not a result of someone else thinking about you and giving you a job. That never works. If you can identify a problem and solve it, you will automatically create income. And the last time I checked, there are lots of problems everywhere. So those who solve problems create income. And now when you get your income, part of your income is spent as expenses. Now the money you spend never grows. It never gets to be part of the cycle of wealth. The only money that stays in the cycle of wealth is the money you save. And I tell you that it has been proven everywhere that if you're going to be a really wealthy person, you must be saving at least 20% of your income. And it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter whether you make lots of millions. If you spend all of it, you're going to continue being broke. And the person who gets a little but saves that percentage is going to be wealthy soon. So it's not enough to just have money sitting in the bank. You must purchase assets. There are different asset categories. There are assets that are low risk, they bring low returns. They are high risk, they bring high returns. So there are different kinds of assets. Real estate, financial instruments, stocks, and all of that, different, equity in companies, all of that is assets. And then from your assets, once you have the assets create cash flow. That's how you know you have a good asset. A good asset is one that is capable of starting to give you money every month or every quarter or every year. You create cash flow. So that cash flow becomes new income. So if I was written a square, I would say this is how you master the fundamentals. You start with income, and with that income you get savings, and with the savings you buy assets, and the assets produce cash flow. That cash flow becomes new income, and then savings, assets, cash flow. And as you go around that cycle, you start moving quicker, you create momentum, and you get to a point where you're spending very little of your income, and most of it is being given, and a lot of it is being reinvested. So those are the fundamentals. Those are the fundamentals of personal finance. If you're going to change anything post-COVID, that's going to make sure that the next crisis finds you ready, practice the fundamentals until you become a master of fundamentals. What are they again? Income, savings, assets, cash flow. So those are the 4 fundamentals of personal finance. So yeah, going forward, I am praying you're going to become a master of these fundamentals. Don't waste this crisis. You may have gone through it well or badly. Don't waste the crisis. Use it to learn. Experience is not the best teacher. Evaluated experience is, according to John Maxwell. So evaluate your current experience and decide, what am I going to change? And if there is anything I can tell you, master the fundamentals. The fundamentals don't change. It doesn't matter what the season is. The fundamentals don't change. Laws are laws. Gravity doesn't change. Whether it's COVID or post-COVID, you jump off a building, you're going to go down 9.8 meters per second squared acceleration, and you're going to hit the ground and leave your guts there. So some things are constant. Some things are constant, and it doesn't matter what the season is. That's the same thing with the fundamentals of finance. So the people who are masters of the fundamentals have been making a killing in this lockdown, while some of you have just been at home not knowing what to do. So going forward, become the master of the fundamentals so that you never ever run into another financial crisis in your life.